Welcome, Leo, to your love reading for January 2019. So, Happy New Year to you, and hope you have a great one. So, let's see how we might start out the new year. So, 10 card Celtic cross spread. Try not to do many clarifiers, alright? Leo and love, January 2019. First comes towards your response. How they might be viewing you, your advice, and then your response. For Leo, January 2019. Okay. So we have the Hermit showing up, and I believe Gemini had this. It's a card of reflection. You're taking some time to kind of just be in your own world. This is something that you need to do, or many of you might be doing. So going to school, teaching a bit, trying to learn certain things about your love life, your partner. Some of you might be thinking about a Virgo or Pisces in some way. And we see that there are anger management. You might be needing to manage that on the brink of kind of destruction, so to speak, because you're angry with somebody. So pent up emotions that you're not really able to express, and I feel like you got to be careful with that, because you can stress yourself out, injure yourself, hurt yourself, hospitalize yourself, because those energies are big with the strength card being there, and that's where you're really intense and about to explode. So just take your time. For some, you might be dealing with another Leo that you might be a bit stressed by in some way. Some of you might be tired of waiting, or tired of telling somebody that you're waiting for things to heal. You're waiting for certain goals to be accomplished, and things that might not be happening in a certain manner, so you could be frustrated. So kind of waiting for the a new day to kind of show up as you approach the new year. Many of you may have had an issue with releasing someone from your past, maybe holding on to it a lot. And even if you did try to let go, I feel like there was a lot of maybe scuffles, or a lot of bad words being said. So a lot of hostility, or the home environment could be really intense between you and someone else, especially if there was a move out or having to kind of relocate. As I was shuffling the cards, the Four of Wands came out in reverse, and that was sometimes arguments around the home, or having to move out, or an engagement being turned down or turned away by somebody. So that could have been an issue. Yeah, you're really intense. So when Temperance is in reverse, these are major arcana. So this month, take it easy. All right, I advise that you meditate. I advise that you play a game, watch a movie, try to get some yoga, do whatever you can do to kind of alleviate the stress, because this is something where you can overdo it. Drinking too much, you're cussing out loud, you're getting into confrontation, and then it can lead to different things. So just be mindful about that. Some of you might be dealing with a Sagittarius as well, who you might that brings out the worst part of you. So your shadow self is showing up a bit here, so watch your temperamental watch your temperament. All right, person coming towards you, and that's why you're probably stressed out, because there's a lot of friction between you and that person. Not being honest, not being true about how they might be feeling, and even if they are being true, you're having a tough time with understanding why it's that way, because you might want to connect with that person, or you wanted things to work out, and they may have led you on. You could have done this to the other person, but there's an issue with understanding one another, all right, and being able to communicate and be around one another in the right way, and trust. All right, now your response is you're suffering a bit, and you might be doing it. It seems like you might be saying it out loud, or internalizing a whole lot, and not a lot of people might know. I feel like some people might sense it. The people that you might be around, we'll see what that is too. But I feel like this is the energy of you don't feel like you're getting acknowledged by your partner. You don't feel like the person that you really want. You don't feel like they're coming your way, or they're ignoring you, and that's potentially stressing you out. So just bringing down your self-esteem a bit. Your response, this is the energy of, well, how others might be seeing you. They might see that you're having a falling out with a certain person, so it could be an Aries for some. But in the other way, they might see that you also get into a pattern of trying to control your partner, or you get into a pattern of kind of not really focusing on things that you might need to take care of, because you're distracted by other issues. And when you're feeling this way as well, you can come through too aggressive and kind of telling people what to do, kind of wanting things your way, and then that's going to push your partner away or push other people away. So you got to be careful that you don't mirror the energy of another person that might be affecting you. All right, so and you could be having issues with a fatherly figure or bad memories about a person that may no longer be here, so that might be an issue as well. Now your advice: let go of you might not like this word, but this is usually when the Knight of Cups is in reverse. We would like someone to communicate to us. We want to be around a particular person. We might still be a bit jealous about another person, them moving on, them talking to someone else, getting to know someone else. And if someone is not really wanting to connect, you need to let that energy go, because I feel like it's going to hold you back for many of you out there. So whatever it might be, something is really bad between you and somebody else. Now this is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but this is telling you to try to find your own emotional strength and your happiness with you, because the other person seems to be kind of withdrawn, and you could be kind of withdrawn as well, and you don't need to be, you know, kind of giving off the same energy that that person is giving off towards you. All right, so your response: Judgment. So maybe when you hear these messages, you might think and say, okay, this is something I need to move on from, let go of, try to work through different stages of kind of changing certain patterns that you might give into, because it's going to cause you to stress out. It's going to cause these domino effects, and then when you start to, it's almost like the universe is it's not a, I don't ever say it's punishing you, but you're accepting certain things that are sometimes intolerable for in your way, you know, your way of kind of living or connecting with your partner. So that might be an issue for some. And let's see one more. Let's clarify the person coming towards you. So the Lovers is in reverse, so it could be a Gemini or anyone. All right, so let's see, person coming towards you for Leo. The person has the Wheel of Fortune, and sometimes you might feel like you are meant to be with that person. You might feel like, hey, I need to marry this person. We could have been married. We constantly come together at times, but things don't really work out. You might feel like that person is a soulmate as well, but this energy right here tells you that something is off. It should not be this complicated. Yeah, a lot of times soulmate connections or twin flame connections is going to be complicated for sure to bring you together in a healthier way. And maybe some of this is the process of you learning whether or not this is going to be the right person for you or not. But I feel like that person, you have a you're connected to somebody who's trying to show you a way of letting go and maybe moving on from them when you need to, when you get the chance, because you might get the chance and then you let go and then you come back. And I was just letting Scorpio notice too with their 30th and 31st reading for Scorpio. So let's see, energy for Leo for January 2019. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. When this is coming out, it is an indication that I feel like for many of you, you feel like somebody that you're with, yeah, you're losing your cool, you're losing your patience for them. But if you're not taking an action to be around this person, because you're either married or the other person is, somebody has to make the changes. You don't want to bring this energy again into the year 2018 with you. This could be the one. All right, it doesn't mean that that's necessarily the person for you. It depends on how you interact with them, right? So let's see one more card for Leo for January 2019. And then flirt. It says extend your lighthearted energies to others. That could be the one. But you know, if they're not flirting with you, if they're not really acknowledging you, if you're not the soul partner for them, and there's other people that they're kind of, you know, into, this might be something that you don't really agree with. So this is telling you to kind of, you know, do your own thing, you know, focus on having fun and being single, so to speak. That's what it looks like to me, and disconnecting from somebody that brings these energies out from you. All right, so that's going to be your reading. All right, I hope the messages helped out in some way. Lots of love, lots of light to you, and I wish you the best start. So have a good one.